Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been on here, but I wanted to come on here and give you my labor and delivery story. I can't believe that Lily is finally here. It seemed like forever, and towards the end I was just ready for her to be here and ready for the labor to be completely done with. So let's get started. So Lily was born on July 31st, 2016 at 12:22 p.m. I was actually a week late. She was due July 24th, and my doctor actually had scheduled an induction for August 1st at like bright and early in the morning, 7 a.m. and my water broke at 5:30 p.m. on July 31st, which I guess is a good thing because so many people had told me that, I hope your water breaks. I hope you go into birth. I hope you go into labor naturally because inducing is going to be so much more painful. My sister went through it, and she was one of the people that told me that being induced was going to be much more worse. So, with that being said, I guess I'm glad that I went into labor naturally. So, like I said, my water broke at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 30th, and I had been experiencing some pain like 4 or 5 days previous to this day. I just had a lot of pressure, pelvic pressure. I had back pain, just horrible back pain, and I knew that I was going to have back labor because, sorry about the lighting, guys. I knew I was going to have back labor because I had that with my periods, so I knew that was to be expected. So I had experiencing that. I experienced that a couple times. One time it was like really intense. So like a couple of days prior, we had gone to the hospital. They admitted me overnight. I was dehydrated and I also had a UTI. So they wanted to keep an eye on me, make sure I was getting enough fluids, and I was maybe dilated 1 centimeter, nothing major. So they kept me overnight, gave me fluids, and the next day the doctor came in, checked me, and I was still at like 1 centimeter. So they sent me home and they said, if your water breaks or you're in severe pain, just come to the ER. So that was about 9:30 Saturday morning. Yeah. And we got, discharged around 9:30 Saturday morning. Went home. I like had half a donut. I tried to push the fluids, and by the afternoon, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I like threw up everything that I had, which basically was just a half a donut and water. Like I just was not feeling great. And then I was getting those pains. I was getting a lot of pelvic pressure. I had tons of back pain, and it was becoming more consistent. And I was torn because I didn't know what to do because I was just at the hospital and I was only an inch, 1 centimeter dilated. So I wasn't sure if they were going to, admit me or just send me back home. So I kind of waited, but I was in so much pain, so much pain. And it was pretty frequent. So my husband had suggested me taking a bath. So I took a bath. I actually stayed in there for about, 30 to 45 minutes, and it helped a little bit. I was still experiencing the pain, the back pain, and I'm pretty sure it was contractions. It was like every 4 minutes, and it was severe. And so I got out of the bath, and they just continued. The pain just continued, and Greg had mentioned that I hadn't ate a lot during the day, so he was going to go get us some dinner, and he was about to step out the door, and I was in the kitchen and my water just broke, and I was like, oh my god, I'm leaking. So it's like the weirdest feeling. It's like you're peeing your pants and like it won't stop. And I knew like from that moment on it was definitely go time. So I told Greg, and he rushed me into the car. The hospital was like 15 minutes away, and that hospital ride um, was horrific. Like I had 3 or 4 contractions within the ride over, and they were so intense, so completely unbearable. I was like pulling on Greg's shoulder, and it was just awful. It was awful. And then we got to the hospital. Greg went in, got a wheelchair, and we had to, explain to the receptionist that, my water had just broke and we're waiting, and someone comes down from the maternity ward to come to get you, and it was like 10 minutes, and I'm like screaming every 3 minutes because I'm having contractions, and it was so embarrassing, but I couldn't help it. I was in pain. So they finally came down, got me into a room, hooked me up to an IV. The first thing I said was, when can I get the epidural? I was like in so much pain. I was like ready for some drugs, like seriously. And the nurse is like, well, no, you need to deal with the pain for a little bit. And I was like dying. So my water broke at 5:30. I got to the hospital about 6 p.m. I was in labor for about 5 hours. The doctor came in and checked me. I was like 3 centimeters dilated. He said, if you want the epidural, you can go ahead and get the epidural. So I'm like, yes, I definitely want the epidural. There was someone before me that was getting it, and he said, well, he'll be in right in after her. So 10 minutes went by. It felt like eternity. The anesthesiologist came in, and it took about 20 minutes. And I was just like in heaven. I mean, God bless all of you women out there who do it without any drugs, because I cannot even imagine doing it without drugs. It was just like, just a sigh of relief, and I was just, oh my God, there's no explanation for it. I was just in so much back pain that getting that epidural was just heaven to me. So, once I got the epidural, I was having pretty consistent contractions, and it went overnight, and about 10:05 on Sunday, July 31st, the doctor came in and said that I was ready to go. I was ready to push. So I started pushing. I pushed for about 2.5 hours, and she was right there, but she wasn't quite getting out, and we were having a little trouble. The doctor was worried about her heart rate, so about 12:15, he's like, I need to help you get her out. So he had to use the forceps, and I pushed one last time, and he was there to help her get out, and she came out at like 12:22. It was amazing. And we were all so happy and emotional and just ecstatic just to finally meet her. And now she's 5 weeks old, and things have been wonderful. She sleeps great at night. She sleeps at least 6 hours a night, which is awesome. But other than that, I'm doing well. I'm just finally starting to feel better. I go for my 6-week checkup next week, and hopefully I get my okay to start exercising, because I want to get into that again. But everything else is great. We love her. She's amazing. She's such a good baby. And I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys our story and let you know how we were doing. But that's everything for now, and I'm going to try to be more consistent with my videos, but I hope you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.